Of course, everyone knows how good Robert Lewandowski is. I mean, he's been banging in goals for a good part of a decade now, and even though he's nearing the twilight years of his career, his powers are yet to show any signs of waning. Now at Barcelona, the Polish striker is seen as the Catalonian club's latest saviour, and why shouldn't he be? The former Bayern Munich man has quickly settled down in a new environment, and we're likely to see him plundering goals on a regular basis from his new home base. Today, we'll be focusing on Barca's latest shiny toy, but there are also a couple of critical news items that need to be discussed. Before we get started, we want to share the sponsor of today's video. The OneFootball app is the ultimate football platform and is a must-have for every football fan, so that you can follow all of your favourite leagues, teams and players all the time right from your phone. You can be sure to turn on notifications for specific players to be instantly alerted when they score a goal or when they are involved in other breaking news. It is the best and easiest way to stay up to date with everything football. Click the link in the description down below to download the app right now. You won't regret it. Difficult. The word is adequate to qualify the start of the Nice season. Held by Toulouse 1-1 and Strasbourg 1-1 while losing against Clermont 1-0, they're also in an unfavourable position in the Europa League Conference after a 1-0 defeat against Maccabi Tel Aviv. Lucien Favre is waiting to strengthen his team, and an arrival is emerging for the Swiss tactician. Last week, it was reported that OGC Nice had launched an attack on Nicolas Pepe. The case has experienced a positive development. As Nice Matin reveals, the Ivorian winger has chosen to join Nice for the 2022-23 season. While salary was an issue at one point, that is no longer the case, and the player is expected to sign with Nice on a season-long loan with no option to buy. Arsenal therefore still have the player's services until June 2024. This is a major move for OGC Nice, who clearly lacked offensive options at the start of the campaign. A revelation in Angers, then in Lille before joining Arsenal in the summer of 2019 for €80 million. Nicolas Pepe never managed to convince the Gunners during his 3 seasons in England. Playing 112 matches with the London side, he scored 27 goals and delivered 21 assists. The sun in the south of France could perhaps allow him to rediscover the fullness of his talent. Another big transfer in sight for the Premier League. It must be said that so far, Newcastle have been quite sober with only €66 million spent. Not much compared to some other English clubs such as Nottingham Forest, who have spent nearly €200 million on new signings. And after Botman, Targett and Nick Pope, a 4th player will land at St James's Park soon. As indicated by various Spanish media outlets such as Diario Vasco or Cadena Ser, the Magpies are going to recruit Real Sociedad striker Alexander Isak. There is no longer any doubt for the newspapers on the other side of the Pyrenees. The Swede will join Newcastle. The transfer will thus cost €70 million to the Magpies. And that's not all, since with several bonuses, Real Sociedad could receive an additional €5 million, in addition to having 10% on a future sale. A sacred financial operation for the Basques, knowing that the Swede had only cost them €10 million 3 years ago. The youngster scored 17 goals during the 2020-21 campaign and was linked with the move to United and Barcelona. Last season, there was an alarming drop of form and the striker managed just 6 goals in the league. However, he might end up scoring a lot this time around since he'll have a lot of creative support around him in Tyneside. The fact that Robert Lewandowski is now the second most expensive transfer for a player above 33, there is a certain bit of pressure on him to perform as well as he has throughout his career. Many feel that Barca have put their future in the hands of a player who might not give them a lot of years of vintage performances. Leva has cost the club a lot, there's no doubt about that. However, when a player like Lewandowski shows interest in your club, you don't say no. In his first 2 games, the Pole has already scored twice and is already justifying the outlay Barca have spent on him. If Xavi is to succeed, he'll need all the help he can get, and with Lewandowski on his side, the former World Cup winner has a great chance of ending his first full campaign at Camp Nou with some silverware. Today we don't want to focus on how Barca are spending their money, we will have time for that. At the age of 34, most players are planning on moving to a less demanding league, but that is the mark of the man that he's decided to take on an even bigger challenge by moving to a club that is still in financial turmoil and at the same time has to keep supporters happy. Barca have put a lot of faith in Lewandowski, and while some might call it a risky move, we'd term it a masterstroke by a team that desperately needed a proven goalscorer in the team. Now that they have that, the sky's the limit for the Blaugrana, who should be aiming for a largely successful campaign this time around.